It's the Wilk Report. I'm Michael Wilk, coming to you from Cleveland, Ohio. And we've got explosions, people! Yes! Mandalorian, Season 1, Episode 5, or Chapter 5, The Gunslinger. And if Episode 4 was the most Disney of the show, this one really gets a little bit more grown up and shows that, yeah, I mean, this isn't just a kid's show. It is actually for everyone. Because it's a little bit more adult level. So, yeah. So, we've got pew-pews, we've got explosions, we've got betrayals. So, let me get to the slideshow here, or the stills, because the slideshows are kind of wonky on my OBS. Okay, so, all right. So, yeah, he's in space. He's fleeing from some bounty hunter who's after him. But, you know, he manages to get the drop on the guy, and he gets in a fatal hit, and this guy's just because the bounty hunter who's pursuing him says, you know, you can come with me warm or you can come with me cold, and Mando says that's my line, and then blows him to Kingdom Come. Yeah! Oh my god, that was hilarious, but also kind of like badass at the same time. So you know, so then we land at a familiar location, if you're a Star Wars fan, none other than Mos Eisley spaceport on the planet Tatooine. Yeah. So, you know, he lands at a repair facility run by this lady called Peli Motto, who's just completely... Amy Sedaris plays her. And she's really badass, actually, here, in the sense that she is, you know, she's take no shit, take no crap. You know, I mean, she's a mechanic, but, you know, she's, you know, not afraid to give lip to her clients because, yeah, so as we'll see. So, so she's one of the highlights of this episode. So, you know, Mandalorian gives her, you know, what Imperial credits he has, which she'll pay for housing the ship for a while, but not for the repairs. So he goes looking for work at Cantina, where he runs into this guy whose name is Toro Calican. And he's basically a newbie bounty hunter. He's trying to get into the guild, but he picked the wrong target for his first bounty. Someone named Fennec Shand, if that's how her name is pronounced correctly, played by Ming-Na Wen. And she's this, like, high-profile assassin, deadly reputation, you know, known to kill people for the elites of the galaxy, including the Hutts. So the Mandalorian's like, okay, good luck going after her, because, you know, she's, you know, you'll be dead inside a day, if even that, because she's gone out beyond the Dune Sea. So, but of course, you know, Toro has this fob to track her with, but, you know, he offers Mando the entire bounty because, you know, he needs this in order to get the guild membership. He doesn't care about the money. He's just interested in getting into the guild. So, meanwhile, Peli has discovered the Yoda baby and is berating Mando for leaving him by himself, which, you know, so it shows, you know, she's not, you know, an asshole. I mean, she generally cares about people, and, you know, just really touching how this plays out, because, you know, she's kind of like lecturing him on, like, you know, look, I mean, what the hell is your deal leaving this kid by himself? You can't do that. But, you know, Mandalorian thanks her, and, you know, she realizes he's got a job and he's actually going to pay her. So Toro procures a couple of speeder bikes for himself and Mando. They get to the Dune Sea, where they encounter some Tusken Raiders, and Mandalorian actually uses sign language, and I actually kind of like this scene, actually, because, you know, it shows that there is actually more than one way to deal with Tusken Raiders, and so he uses sign language to negotiate passage, and it's Toro's binoculars, which he's not too pleased about. So, but, you know, they gain passage. You know, the Tusken Raiders are not a problem, but they come across this bantha or or dewlap. I think it's a dewlap actually. Because I'm not sure. No, the bantha is a big hairy horned beast. No, the dewlap is a big reptilian thing that we saw in A New Hope. So yeah, but the bounty hunter who was riding it is still attached and left out as bait for Fennec Shand because she's using a high power sniper rifle to take shots at them. So they're pretty much pinned down here. So all they can do is really wait till nightfall. Basically because that's the only time that they can really make a move. So they use flares. Flare charges to blind her so that she can't really use her scope, and so that's how they're able to get past her because she is quite the expert marksman. But one of the speeder bikes gets totaled. Mando gets shot, but his armor protects him. Then Toro sneaks up on her and she gets taken prisoner. So Mando says, "Okay, so but now they're down." One transport vehicle. So how are they going to transport the prisoner? Well, Mando suggests that Toro go track down the dewlap, and he doesn't exactly trust him, so Mando agrees to go look for it. Fennec tries to trick Toro into siding with her, citing that look, there was a bounty hunter who went rogue and took his charge with him. Turning him in would get you a hell of a lot more money than the bounty on me, which is something like 71,000 credits. But Toro's said, I don't care about the money. And then she says, well, think about your reputation because, this would really help. So, it looks like he might actually betray Mando over this because, again, he doesn't care about the money, but he is determined to get into the Bounty Hunters Guild, and turning in a high-profile traitor would help. So it appears that he's going to betray Mando, and he does. Just not in the way that we are led to believe, because he actually shoots Fennec dead. Just goes to show that he may be a dumbass, but he's not naive. Because obviously she would have killed him once she got the cuffs off. So, he shoots her dead before he can do that. And then, so then he shows up at the repair shop with Peli and the Yoda baby taken prisoner. And, this is an interesting thing that we're seeing here, because at the end of the because basically he throws the cuffs to Mando he gives the cuffs to Peli to put on Mando, but he has a spare flare charge that he's hiding, so Peli sets it off, blinds Toro, who gets shot dead by Mando, who then takes his money that he had on him and uses it to settle his bill with the repair shop. So, he blasts off into space after all this. But then we get a post-credit scene where it shows someone, maybe the Mandalorian, maybe another Mandalorian. The armor and footsteps certainly seem similar, or could be another bounty hunter, but we see Fennec Shan's body. Is she dead? Isn't she? We don't know. So this actually has me looking forward to watching the next episode because, wow. So, yeah, this was actually a pretty good episode. I liked it. Everyone gave a really good performance. Amy Sedaris as Peli Mato, the repair shop worker. And Mando's hatred of droids ensures that she's going to be taking a while with the repairs, which is how they have time to go do all this. But then you've got Jake Canaveral as Toro Calican, Ming-Na Wen as Fennec Shand. Then we've got a couple of other guest stars. But yeah, I mean, this is just. I'm sorry. I'm reading the episode description. It's a do back. I'm sorry, it's not a do lap. What was I thinking Dewlap for? It's Dewback. Okay. So, but yeah, so we, uh, we get some setup here for the next episode. And I just uh, think it's brilliant. Ming-Na Wen actually does a very good job here as the assassin. And really kind of gives some real credibility here to the role. I mean, she, she just, she brings it. So, we've got some shills for, the faux left, as I call it, because they're not really left. They just pretend to be left wing. But we had people complaining that there's not enough women on The Mandalorian, no one who had any speaking roles. It's like, no. There are women with speaking roles. And, we're seeing, these last couple of episodes, women taking, some pretty good, really good positions here. We had Gina Carano in episode 4 playing Cara Dune as this really badass rebel shock trooper. And, because Gina is a former MMA fighter, she brings it to the episode and really proves that, you can have a badass woman in here who can kick butt and take names and make it look believable. She is no Mary Sue. And again, we see this repeated here in The Mandalorian, episode 5, where Ming-Na Wen and Amy Sedaris both play roles that, they really, are strong here. So I like this episode. I'm looking forward to seeing the next one. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. I want to hear from you. What did you think of the pew-pews and the explosions? Because that also was pretty awesome. Because we don't see nearly enough of that, actually. Or maybe just the right amount. Who knows? But I want to know what you think. Let me know in the comments. If you like what you've heard and you want to hear more, hit the subscribe button and the bell icon. Plus, select all to receive notifications whenever we upload new content. Make sure that you are still subscribed, because the YouTube algorithm seems to be deleting or unsubscribing inactive accounts, maybe, from what I've been hearing. So just make sure you're subscribed. Like this video, share it. If you want to help support the channel, keep the lights on, help us bring you more content, head over to our Patreon or subscribe star page. I've also got a tech fundraiser in the link below, in the description below. Can't do this without you. Until next time, this is Michael Wilk for the Wilk Report saying take care, good night, I'm out.